Hello. Hope your day's been good. My day has been pretty damn good, if I'm honest. Now, past few days, if you've seen how things have been going, or if you seen at least my last video, haven't been great, which is why I haven't posted one of these yet. But here I am today with finally another match analysis. I've been wanting to get to this again for a minute now. So, I'm pretty hyped for that. Especially since I definitely have a good amount to say right off the bat when it comes to this match in particular. We are looking at week 7 of Japan's run in the National Championship, Dragonball Fighters. If you don't remember, I am going to be cycling through all of week 7, going from the first matches of each one to the second to the third. Just bumped a thing next to me. Cycling through the whole thing for all of them, so on and so forth. Up until, of course, there is a new event of some kind that I can cover. The point is, back to this specific match. So we got Maddo versus Matoi. I have a feeling I'm going to confuse their names a lot. Now, I want to give some background beforehand. Leave it at here. So this is the final week, and I feel like it's actually very good that I ended up starting doing this whole match analysis thing towards the end, because now I can have a relatively better idea of a lot of these players and how good they're generally doing, and just what kind of players each of them are and what they do and don't do in certain situations and such. Maddo and Matoi, almost said Matto and Madoi. Again, it's already starting. So as you can see, not really a whole lot they can do to bring themselves up from their standings. I'm pretty sure everyone's kind of just screwed here, because you need to get to 4th place or higher. I might be wrong on that. It might be 3rd place, but from what I recall, it's 4th place or higher. And with these different stats here, it's even if they were to suddenly have one really good game, I don't really think that would bring them up by much. Then again, this round robin stuff is a bit different to me. Actually, yeah, okay, well, whatever. Point is, with how things have been looking for them, it's generally just not likely that any of them will really make it up to a certain point. I don't want to get into this too much. Point being, the point I'm bringing this up for is Matoi and Maddo are definitely on the lower end when it comes to all of these players. Not to say that they're bad, because I can tell you that Tachikawa for sure. B, I'm not too familiar with, but I don't feel like any of these players are particularly bad per se. And I mean, especially when you start going to the top 4 here. And I love Tachikawa. I think he's a really awesome player. But what I want to bring up is that just because they're up here does not mean they're some absolutely godlike players. They definitely have specific flaws. I can't really think of any of these Fighters Championship stuff that has, or that doesn't have a few players that definitely kind of stick out from the others as not being as good as them. Kazunoko, Goichi, Fenrich. These guys, it's not like these guys down here can't beat them. It's just that these guys up here are just so good. It's kind of absurd, and the stats don't lie. They are very much like very much ahead of the curve compared to a lot of other people. And I feel like things like this tend to kind of happen across a lot of the different nations. So I can definitely say that, and I want this to be clear. It's like Maddo and Matoi may not be the best players. I want that to be remembered, because that is a part of why what we're about to see is going to play out. So, I tend to kind of go back and forth whether it's like I've watched the set itself or not. I usually tend to watch like a good bit of it, and most of the time I get a pretty good idea of like, okay, this is how this is going. And it's only with like those sets that go like 4-4 that are like, okay, yeah, I can't really tell, because like for all I know, maybe one guy will just suddenly pull out a whole bunch, or someone else will, or maybe it'll just be a whole tie thing. And it's like, whenever it gets really close, it's hard for me to tell without watching the entire thing, and I don't always have time for that, especially with how sporadic all of these come out. Anyways, all this stuff that I've prefaced this with. Let's start with Maddo real quick. His team is solid. I'm pretty sure anyone can agree with that. Kid Buu's really good. GT's really good. Yamcha is debatably one of the best, if not the best, anchors. Like, I personally, you could probably argue a lot of different characters for being like the best anchor, but like, if Yamcha's not on your list for like top 5, I'm shocked. This character's kind of nuts. One thing to note is he is running both beam assists on the characters, so GTA, which everyone runs GTA. I don't really see a point of ever running anything else. It's not like GTB is bad. It's just that like GTA just does GTA. I just not caught that. It's funny. Goku GT's A assist. It just does a lot of the same stuff, but also is like just better for neutral. So it's like you might as well take it. But more specifically, that A assist covers the air, while Yamcha can cover the ground. So that could be a really big thing for getting in as Kid Buu, which obviously Kid Buu, he does definitely have some options to get in, but being able to just use your assist as like free get-ins is pretty great. And it's not like, oh yeah, just spam both of them and then like just walk at them and it's like guarantee covering both options. It's a bit more complicated than that. The way you kind of want to use these like double beams is start like moving forward after you call one, and then react to however your opponent reacts. If they think that, and like basically see whether they try to like guess which assist is which, or whether they try to react to a very specific one, which usually people don't. But most people tend to like be like, oh, I think it's this assist, I'm gonna react in this way. So it's like, hey, I think Yamcha's coming out, and it is Yamcha, then react to them jumping and jump at them. Or if it's like, and if it ends up being GT instead, then they jump and either get hit or block the GT assist. Then they get brought back down as you're running, and then now they're on a block string. So, and again, like you can go forever for like what kind of mind game stuff you can do with this. And Kid Buu B assists, like I feel like a lot of like the different reasons you picked for the different assists is like you can pick any of them, and they're all pretty good. You just need to know what you're doing with them. Kid Buu B is definitely like this weird like middle ground for neutral and comboing. It's definitely like the best or not the best, like one of the easier ones for comboing while still being not a C assist. So it's definitely, I feel like, the most reliable assist as long as you know the range to use it for in neutral. And positioning wise, I feel like this is pretty solid. GT being mid, yeah, that's good. If Kid Buu dies, he gets the 1 level up. It's good. And then obviously Yamcha is a fantastic anchor for a bunch of reasons. If Yamcha has 3 meter, that's 6 EX Wolfang Fists. And it's always a 50-50 whether they have, like, what side you're going to be on. And, like, obviously maybe not like a true 50-50, but it's so hard to react to. It just really is. And also just Yamcha's like low commitment neutral ki blast stuff, and also he even has a beam. Like, not many people really use it, but he has that as an option. Just the fact that he can give himself mix, and this character's nuts, dude. So yeah, that's Maddo's team. I really like it. I have to take a deep breath. I have to be ready to talk about Matoi's team. So, Badock C is just the one thing I can say that I don't like here, but there's a lot of stuff that I can talk about involving it. Not a lot of people use Badock C assist. Not a lot of people even know what it is. It's one of those things that's like, he has, like, his other 2 assists stand out so much, like, there's no reason to bother in a lot of sense. And, like, okay, you know, I'll take a step back. I'll take a small step back. His team, Android 21 point, Bardock mid, SSJ Goku anchor. Without mentioning assists, this is a good team. This is a very good team. However, he's taking 21C, which isn't bad. I can definitely vouch for 21C. If you're running a C assist, I usually would only recommend it if it has a specific, like, thing about it that is just so good that, like, okay, well, it may be longer cooldown, but it's just that good. Or, like, that reliable as an assist. Like, obviously, any C assist that's a beam. Beam assists usually get whatever job you need done, like, whenever you throw it out. 21C assist. It's always multi-hitting, whether it's on block or on hit. Most multi-hitting C assists, as in, like, when they have the first, like, little sequence and then they teleport behind you and knock you down. Most of them just do the one hit. Unless it's, like, some weird, like, inherent, like, lockdown-ish assist thing. Which, again, it still might not be bad, but it's weird. But it's a multi-hitting assist that has pretty like, ridiculous range, because it's using, the second hit is involving 21's, it's one of her tail normals. I can't remember which one specifically, or maybe it's not even a normal specific thing, but point is, it's one of her tail moves, so it inherently has a lot better range, and again, the block stun on it can be really good because it hits twice. SJ Goku A. SJ Goku is a really good anchor. Can do a lot of things on his own, really well. Spends meter really nicely. Giving him limit break of all people is really scary because of how big his solo combos can be, as well as just his A assist. It's the first of the, pretty much like the first of the beam assist, and it's still to this day just so good. Like, why not? Like, there's, like, his other assists, like, like, I can kind of see reasons to run B assist, kinda, but just run A. it's just so much better. Badock C. So, Matoi's game plan, like, I can tell you this. So I know what his game plan is. He wants to have an assist that covers the air, but he doesn't play a lot of characters that have good assists for that. He really likes Bardock. He seems to mainly want to have Bardock on his team. In fact, I even looked back at the other weeks and saw that he was running Badock C still, and it was even running him on point. And a lot of his game plan when it comes to Badock C is using so if you don't know what it is, like, that's one thing to know. It's the like downward punch lariat thing that he has like in the air. I think it's his lariat, like his medium lariat in the air. It's that as an assist, and if it hits, it does the C assist thing. And it's tracking, but if you remember when I was talking about, who was it? It was one of my earlier match analysis videos. I was talking about someone who was running Blue Q C, and I was talking about how a lot of the air tracking C assists aren't that great, and very few of them actually have good tracking. Badock C is not one of them. Badock C is, if you understand what it is, it's very, I shouldn't say very, it's relatively easy to avoid. There's like very few situations where like it's practically gonna work every time, and a lot of it is usually like a situation that you just kind of put yourself in. So a lot of Matoi's game plan is running at you and kind of doing a similar thing you can do with Maddo's team, where you pretty much like guess between either the beam assist coming out or Bardock. The problem is there's not only a slight delay on Badock C coming out, which has been improved because of 3.5 changes, but it's still there, as well as the assist itself doesn't have the best tracking, and if you react to the assist by air dashing, you avoid it. And you can do this with just about what you can even do this when that beam comes out, like for Goku A. And if you're still just in the air, you'll probably just block the assist as well. Which obviously it's like, oh well, that's what Matoi wants. It's like, yeah, but like he also has this long cooldown other assist that you can avoid, and you can just avoid. So like it's like this assist is there to make another assist better, but it's not like and it's longer cooldown, so once you use that assist, and if it doesn't work, like they actually do dodge it, then you just have this whole period where the only assist you have is the ground beam, which in that case, why wouldn't Maddo just keep jumping? Or at this case, why wouldn't anyone just keep jumping? And like trying to just stay in the air. Like, this is like really like I feel like there's just a lot of other characters that can perform the same function that Bardock is trying to do here, but better. GT obviously being a great example, like I mentioned earlier, because it's like, hey, now you have the same kind of idea, but it's more reliable inherently, and it's a lower cooldown. And not only that, but also like, if you really want to run an air tracking C assist, why not run one that is way more reliable? Like, Blue Ku A seemed to do pretty alright. UI Goku C, or I say A. Blue Ku C seemed to do pretty well. UI Goku C is pretty damn good, and it's also like an invulnerable assist. Like that's one big factor about it. That why people like it is it's also an invulnerable assist like UI Goku A. Like it's because it has the same properties as the original move. And it's just like. And again, you could probably go on about a whole bunch of different options for like this sort of idea, and it can work way better. And a lot of this just kind of comes across as Matoi just really wants to play Bardock, but none of his assists work with how he likes to play the game in general. And it's just, and like I could probably end up looking back at the different weeks and see this weakness of Matoi's getting exploited. And one last thing I want to bring up, which is not specific to Matoi, or specific to Badock C here, but just the idea of running 2 C assists. My problem with doing this is, like, running a C assist isn't bad. Like, that's fine. But when you have 2 C assists, you put yourself in a situation where you will always have an assist that has a longer cooldown at all times. There will not be a single moment where you will have an assist available to you that will be on a longer cooldown. Like, yes, you could have an anchor that doesn't have a C assist, and yeah, so you'll have one assist that's on a lower cooldown, but it's limited, and it doesn't cover any other options besides its one thing. So, once you deal with the other assist, you can feel free in like having so many more options, as long as none of them interfere with the lower cooldown assist. And this can happen whether Android 21's out or Bardock's out. So, and obviously you don't want to just put your anchor at the mid position, which in that case you have 2 high cooldown C assists, and then you're just, and on top of that you have a character that doesn't really work as a point. So, that's a terrible situation. And it's like, what you end up having is, you either have C assists, or you just have your anchor by the end of it. And the cooldown really does matter. It really does. There's so many, like, and to remind you, it's not just the assist that you're losing. There's a lot of other things that you lose by not having this character available for a minute. Or obviously not a literal minute, but you know what I mean. Now, I'll also say, Matoi wins this set. He does. And I think part of the reason why, I can already tell you, before even looking at this match fully, is Maddo is one of many Kid Buu players that plays pretty much the same way as most of them do, which is, once you're in the air, pretty much like 9 times out of 10, you're pressing something. Ki Blast, your beam, Boo Ball, medium, so then you can like have like the leg thing, bunch of stuff. Well, mainly those 4. Mainly those are 4 like the main things that are like specific to him that Kid Buu players just do a whole lot. And like they just like, and it's mainly because Kid Buu wants to get in. That's like, because like once he's in, he can do like up to 4 different overheads, and you have to guess on whether each individual one is going to be a low or not. This character can mix you like so badly, and by so badly I mean like insanely good, but like my terminology is kind of strange. And if he has assists to back him up, on top of that, he can apply the arm ball on you and mix you that way as well while you're in a block string. And so like that, so obviously Kid Buu wants to do a lot of things to try to get himself in, so he's probably gonna try to just press some buttons in the air to try to hit you. This is like the one time where a tracking C assist can work. Because now Bardock, or let's use Badock C in this case, obviously. Now Badock C has a lot more reliability, because you know that this player is going to be just pressing buttons a lot, and going to be putting himself in positions where Bardock is just going to have a free hit. And if you block the attacks that Kid Buu's throwing out, Bardock's going to be behind you, so he can like do his vanish and then do the tracking punch thing. So inherently, this assist, when against a player that's not going to be like changing his game plan at all, not respecting the assist, and just playing the same Kid Buu game as everyone else, yeah, it's going to work. Because they're just doing stuff where they just stop themselves in the air to try to do an attack. That's not going to work. And it's... it's annoying. I find it annoying. Because I feel like this is not a situation where... or this is not really something that should be like working too well, but again, like it's and maybe a lot of these wins aren't from like, oh, the player's bad. He's like, I don't think any of these players are bad. It's them probably just not having any experience with this type of thing. But if they just apply, or they try to like rationalize this sort of idea and be like, oh, it's just like, for Maddo it should be even easier, because like, oh, it's just like what my assists do, except I can dodge this infinitely easier. So let me just try to apply my game plan to what he's doing and work around that. And try to be a lot more patient with my air options and try to bait out the C assist, because once I do, I'm in. And I want to be in. How long is this recording going? It's almost been a half hour. It's almost been a half hour, and I haven't even we haven't even seen a single bit of gameplay. I've just been talking. I have just been ranting on about this whole C assist thing. Deep breaths. So, now that you get the general idea of what kind of stuff we might be seeing, let's get into the specifics and see how much of what I said actually applied to the match. Get a drink. Please, let's get to it. Thank you. Okay, well, as usual, round start options. I can't remember if this was something I covered before or not. I don't think I have. If I have, well, shoot me. Except don't. Kid Buu and Android 21 have very similar round start options. Being like the 2Ms and stuff being a scary thing to catch, a lot more aggressive round starts that are like grounded. And against Kid Buu especially, like backdashing being like a very scary option. Now with 21, it is also fairly scary, mainly against Matoi's team, since like he can easily like hit confirm into Badock C, and then get a full combo, and then go in the corner, and he can still have a beam assist to back him up to cover for Oki. So Both these characters have a lot of really good options. And also, I feel like partially Matoi's at a bit of an advantage because I think his initial like air game is a bit better than Kid Boo's as 21. So I feel like if anyone were to play a bit more aggressive around start here, it would probably be Matoi, but I can totally see Maddo doing the same thing since he also has a few really good options. One of the big things to keep in mind is they both have anti-air grabs, but Kid Boo's anti-air grab has him remaining on the ground, while Matoi's he has to actually like go up at them. Well, that can enable like some mix-up potential when you're up close. In fact, there's a very common combo with 21 Bardock B, where you do both of those at the same time, the grab and the assist, and then whether they get hit by one or whether they block the B assist, they have to either take a mix-up or take some damage. And I think you can do the same thing with this setup, technically, just that, again, longer cooldown assist. But anyways, let's say, like, in theory, Maddo was to be a lot more aware of that command grab being, like, an option, or, like, Matoi actually using, like, the air game here, his better air game. Maddo can remain a lot more grounded and try to use that air grab a lot more, maybe even combo into one of his assists. Though I don't think the light version does, and a lot more people tend to either do light grab or EX grab. Most people don't tend to do the medium grab unless they're like, oh yeah, there's no way that they're ever gonna be ready for this. It's like, it rarely ever happens. Anyways, I'm going on a lot before we actually even get into gameplay. Basically, both of them have really good options. I feel like Matoi has a lot better air options, but Maddo can definitely deal with a lot of those if he's ready for them. Let's finally watch this match. So, a bit of an aggressive start from Matoi, while Maddo definitely played really far back here. Matoi uses both of his jumps here, and then does the dive, which I feel like that's definitely a bit risky. He doesn't have that much recovery on that option though, so he is allowed to block this upcoming super dash. He does have the awareness to know that he can reflect here, that or he just mashed it out. But reflecting a Kid Buu is definitely very scary. Also, I definitely disagree with going for arm ball here, mainly because I don't really see a point in trying to throw this out if you don't have any more assists. Like, the whole point is that you want to try to lock them down with the assist and then get this going. The only thing I could see is like maybe Maddo's trying to be like super big brain and be like, oh well, I just used both of my assists, so maybe he'll try to respect me more, but Matoi is not. Like, this arm ball has quite a bit of time to come out, so it's very easy to react to, and for Matoi, as you can see, reacts to it fairly quickly. Does he backdash twice here? He backdashes and jumps. I feel like he might have been able to get a punish off that. Again, especially since he has the Badock C assist, which, speaking of the devil, there it is. That's another thing that I didn't mention earlier when it comes to a tracking assist like this and why it can work against some a bit more like auto-pilot-y kind of players. People that just reflect one too many times. There's people that do this like so often, and it seems like Maddo might be one of those people. C assist can very easily punish this. This is one of the few things I actually really like about C assists, is because of their slight delay, you can't just autopilot and just once you see the assist flash, it's like, oh, time to reflect. It's like, no, you actually need to like wait for it to come out. It's another reason why Bardock B assist is really good, because it has that slight delay. So if you try just doing like a reflect on reaction, there's a good chance you can actually just still get bodied by it. So I'm not sure whether this is just coincidence helping out Matoi, or whether this is something that Matoi was aware of and is gonna be using this to gonna be abusing this against Maddo until he adapts. Good rejump. So yeah, so he vanished a tad bit early. There is actually a pretty generous vanish window here, and mainly because they were aware that that people would end up probably messing this up. So you could definitely leave like Kid Buu hanging here for a little bit longer before you try going for the vanish into Dragon Rush. So what does he try to jump here? Oh, okay, so what does he press? I think he's trying to press 5M there, yeah. Again, remember what I was mentioning before about a lot of Kid Buu players just kind of want to press stuff in the air? Well, just he didn't even reach the ground yet, and just for some reason is like, you know what? I'm just gonna just 5M here. Like, why not? And that's why not. And now it's a dead character. All because Maddo decided to just randomly do 5M point blank in front of Maddo, or Matoi. Again, these fucking names. Did he, for a second I thought he somehow called both assists, like, wait, no, that couldn't have happened, and right. That was pretty good, pretty smart stuff from Maddo. Using the kind of same game plan of using both these beams to kind of secure a block string, and he's still able to make use out of that even while Kid Buu's gone, because, excuse me, obviously these characters have access to these like kind of things as long as both of them are around, so it's pretty good. And after all that, it's like, hey, now that you blocked all this, here's come my block string. JK, it's a Dragon Rush. Good stuff. Didn't block the overhead. It's a jumping light starter, so it's not going to be the craziest amount of damage, and also he's still not regenerating his assist, so that's a bit unfortunate. Let me run that back. So I don't really see the point in throwing the no. Okay, I'm a bit mixed on it. I kind of feel like you could do the same game plan, but instead throw out the A assist, his Goku assist, because it's a lower cooldown. So if it doesn't, so you can still have this as an option for a combo tool later if it does work, and if it doesn't, well then you can still have this available to you, the C assist, and with the fact that it has a delay, you can probably get a cheeky like frame trap of some kind, or maybe even reset neutral and have it ready, have it ready in case for that. But I don't know. I kind of feel weird about using a C assist like this, especially since, well, you're going to be the one pushing Maddo into the corner. You might as well use the not combo assist to cover yourself here, and it would work just as well. That was good, though. That was very good. Gets the rejump again. Matoi does get those rejumps down pretty well. Be a lot of damage, and there was obviously that gap, so the C assist did have one thing I will say. If there's any character to run a C assist on, to help that character, it's definitely 21, because if you notice how long this combo lasts. And the assist is back now. And this is when... This is right at the moment you would want another assist to come up. This combo literally lasts the entire duration of a C assist cooldown. And it's all because of that grab cinematic. And just how long that lasts. So... I definitely do like running a C assist of some kind with 21, and I can definitely, and like if you do want to be Bardock, it's like I guess that's fine. Like I definitely don't agree with it fully, but like I guess I definitely feel like there's other characters that you can run with that would be better. But if Bardock's the character you really want to run with, then sure. But he's running 2 of these C assists, like that. These things last a while, and I feel like the only time that the cooldown doesn't really matter much is if the length of your combo is just that long, and Bardock doesn't always have these long combo scenarios. Like, he can have some pretty crazy extensions, but it's not always there. It's usually like in the corner where you can get like your solo loops and stuff. Calling in Bardock to get 21 out since she has less health, and also definitely does a lot more damage than 21's super, from what I recall, or her level 3. Unless you do the air level 3, which I think it does relatively the same damage. This was cute. Kind of weird extending with the auto combo there. Felt like that wasn't necessary, but you know what? You got him in the corner, so it works. Good reflect. Committing to the block string anyway, even though you might not have the most advantage. Mash and reflect a bit much. Seven bars Yamcha with limit break. You love to see it. It's just... if there's any character that, like... one of the few characters I am absolutely fully confident that they can make a solo comeback, it's Yamcha. Like, no joke. I feel like there is, like... I feel like unless he has, like, not that much health, like... in this situation, like let's say like he had like 50% health here, I feel like this probably wouldn't be like that doable, because I can definitely still feel like even if you're making a Yamcha comeback, you're probably going to be hit once, and unless you have a TOD like right at your side, which unless you're friend rich, I doubt it. I really do trust Yamcha of all people to make comebacks like these. And let me just say, I'm not gonna spoil anything, but I'd stick around because if that's what you want to see, then you might be happy with this set. That is one thing as well with running a C assist is, I mean, like, you tend to want to do this whenever you run out assists in general, but like you definitely want to do this whenever you have longer cooldown assists as well, is doing strings that end up being more about like staggers that are like real staggers and like give you like those little gaps to let your assist come back. And that's definitely something people should be more aware of when fighting people that run C assist, is like, if they're, and you can probably like apply this to people that run just, that like are running out of assists like in general, but C assists especially, since like those are just that long of cooldown. Be ready to just mash out every once in a while. Sometimes they might do a fake stagger of some kind just to get just enough of a gap to get their assist back. This can definitely be pretty big damage if he plays this right. He goes for level 3. I mean, he's got almost 2 bars built up, so he's definitely still in pretty good position. Maddo's pretty much in a one-touch kill situation here. And there's that one touch. As long as Matoi doesn't drop this, this is a pretty easy kill. Felt like that was very unnecessary, but you know what? He got it. So yeah. Definitely a very Matoi side match there. And also we didn't get that Yamcha comeback, but again, you know, just stick around. But yeah, definitely one thing to know about Maddo is a lot of just panic reflex. He's not very patient when it comes to like defense. He doesn't really just hold a lot of stuff, and what ended up also happening was once he finally was like, okay, I'm reflecting too much, I should start holding stuff more. It was when like he could finally mash out, like not even like reflect, like actually like hit him, you know. So Maddo's definitely doesn't seem like the most comfortable on defense, and against a team like Matoi's, you definitely want that, because if you get hit, he's got 2 C assists. he can do a lot. And obviously it's like he doesn't he obviously has like 1 C assist like at the ready at all times, and then Goku A assist, which is, it's not hard to combo into. It's really not. And also just the combo extensions and the amount of damage you can deal with this team is actually pretty damn good. So yeah. So round start for this one. This first time we saw Matoi playing a bit aggressive, but definitely still playing pretty high up, just in case something were to, just in case Maddo wanted to be a lot more aggressive, but like usually you'd probably want to do a ground option at the start. I definitely feel like Maddo would probably still want to play defensively, since he didn't really get bodied round start for that, so he probably want to either do that or like kind of just jump up and play a bit more of like a wait and bait kind of game, and maybe even like try to just bait out one of his assists and then try to just go in when that happens. So I feel like those are some of the better options, but again, both sides have plenty of options that they can do, but this is mainly just based on what we saw from the first match and what we can try to see. And also, like, if he does like jump up and play a bit more of like a wait and bait kind of game, he can see if Matoi jumps and potentially go for an air-to-air right at the bat. But he plays it safe, and he jumped right as the assist was called, and it whiffs completely. I need people to see this, because this This missed. Whoosh. And then he can just boo ball in. He just boo ball in. He boo balling. It gets to me, man. I'm a very emotional person, which is why I talked almost for a half hour about this C assist, and I'm gonna keep talking about it, because this is the type of person I am, and you know what? If I'm gonna come back with a match analysis after a few days of feeling like shit, this is gonna be the one. I'm doing my things, my channel. Me. Oh yeah, something else I forgot to mention. I hate seeing it. This combo is sick. This combo is like sickening, I should say. Throwing out these like key blasts, or like potentially doing like actually no, the key blast. I was about to mention like Tiger Knee Beam. I was like, that wouldn't really matter. What am I saying? Throwing out these key blasts to cover like this like ground, to cover the ground, as well as like calling GT. It's like, hey, I'm basically covering the entirety of the space, and you have to hold it. Like, the amount of space that Maddo can cover with this team setup is really absurd, and like this team can be really scary when the right player has it. And see, like, he used the key blast, he blocks it, but then GT says it coming. It's like, oh well, I better duck under it. And Matoi was really smart here. Like, he's definitely very aware of this kind of like setup. He's probably played against this a lot in like Season 2. And I mean, like, a lot of us did, to be fair. But like, and plus, I'm pretty sure Kid Buu GT is like a very common duo in Japan, so this probably happens a lot in general. But yeah, Matoi actually like jumping against the I'm pretty sure there's 3S, because it's definitely probably as far as it can go from what I can tell. But yeah, jumping over that right as the assist runs out. I feel like if Maddo did this a bit earlier, he might have been able to catch him, but actually even then, let me see if... Does he block low all the way until he jumps, or does he stand up and block, like, and walk back at all? Oh, I didn't even realize that. Oh yeah, I should have let those last few seconds play. That was... I wouldn't have done that, and it's not because I think Matoi's bad, it's because I'm bad. That was a super jump, or super... Like, I forget what the exact term it is, but like it's when you do a super jump into backdash, like into instant air dash. So then you can get the fast fall. That's really technical. One thing I noticed with Matoi is he's still got a lot of like the technical mechanics down. It's just that his team compositions are, well, I mean, one assist choice isn't great, I should say. Good air tear. Running with the beam, yep. Maddo was a bit more patient there. You could have potentially baited that out, because that was a very that seemed like a very like just whatever reflect, because like there was a good gap here of like nothing happening, and the assist even missed. Like, I'm pretty sure Matoi was just trying to reflect the assist here, but then he just kind of throws it away, like throws the reflect away anyway. And that could have been a medium starter punish too. Like, that could have been big. Matoi actually delaying that a bit now. That's good. One big thing about this matchup in particular, and usually I don't bring up specific matchups in fighters because it's rarely ever a big deal, but the fact that Kid Buu gives the homing energy ball, I forget like what else I should call it. Excuse me, the orb or whatever. The fact that it gives that is really good for 21. I mean, we've seen just how powerful that can be with, like, Piccolo, and especially just having it as an assist, or if you just have the ability to just kind of throw it out beforehand. Like, it's pretty damn good. Obviously, this was, like, the air version, so, Matoi doesn't exactly get, like, the crazy, like, Oki that like, Piccolo can by just, like, throwing it while he's on the ground and it just hovers right on top of the body, but, like, this is still a pretty, like, scary thing to, like, keep in mind now. Like, if Maddo does block this, he probably is gonna have to block this, upcoming orb. And he mashes out, and that could have been huge. So, I'm not sure whether he tried mashing out there as, like, a way to get out, or whether, he was just, like, kind of lucky in thinking that, like, Matoi was gonna try to do one thing, it didn't actually happen, and then he just got out anyway. But Maddo got himself in a really good position, and then actually, like, did something that was fairly unexpected, which was not respect the orb, and just go for immediate run-up 3M. And if he just converted off of this could have been so huge, dude. It was so good. He does get corner, though, so this could be big. And he's gonna get an assist coming up, so as long as he staggers this right, yep. And gets the overhead. That was very good from Maddo. Staggering the block string just enough, so then the GT assist can come back. Oh, that's cute. Gets a little knockdown. Doing that again. I don't entirely agree with it, but, like, in the end, it seems like Matoi's kind of just committing to using both assists anyway, so I guess you might as well. Feels a bit wasteful, but then again, it's a Android 21 combo, and you literally can already see that the assists are coming back. And again, like, if you do get the hit, and you do get the combo, this team can just wipe the floor with people, and it can be kind of nuts. But I always want, like, to stress is, like, don't just, like, obviously, like, if you're just playing to have fun, like I do, like, like, you shouldn't really care too much about, like, these kind of things. But if you're a competitor, have a backup plan for if something goes wrong in your game plan, and, like, be ready for, and, like, try to be ready for different things. Like, have some insurance, my guy. Like, yeah, having an assist like that could be pretty big if things go right, but if things go wrong and you don't have that assist there to help you out, or if that assist is, like, taking a while to come back, it's like things can really go bad for you, and this isn't always gonna be the scenario that you get. It's rough, man. And again, this is, I need to stress, it's like, I'm not a competitor myself. I just study a lot of competitive stuff, and, like, I just really love fighting game related stuff. My current team, if you saw, like, again, if you saw that last video, is Gogeta, Android 16, and TN, specifically ABB. If Gogeta dies, that team is trash. Like, not trash, like, it's not the worst thing ever, but a lot of people, especially if they're fighting me, can easily just destroy it, because a lot of that team is built around just making Gogeta godlike, and the second Gogeta dies, it's like, well, now I have some not great characters, like, because I feel like 16 works best as, like, a point. But yeah, I'm rambling. Point is like, this is definitely coming from a guy that, like, plays the game mainly for fun, and has a team that's very just all in. If I lose once, I basically lose the whole game. So, like, I could get wanting to have that mentality. It's fun, but I wouldn't do this for competitive. Like, hell no. Right up DR. Classic. He is dead. No meter required. That was brave. They both just ran up to each other. And Matoi runs up and does an assist. I swear, this, I would never do this in my life. Unless, like, I just wouldn't. Because in my mind, I just go, I ran up and did nothing. Like, do they block low after that? No, they just ran up and just call an assist. If he 2Ms here, or 1Ms, both of these characters are dead. And I legit mean both. Because he's got Spark, and 21's at low, he's got like a big chunk of health gone here. And, oh, excuse me. I'm drinking soda. It's a good day for me. And because the like happy birthday combos and stuff, the assist will take a lot more damage. So these characters will probably both die relatively quick. And he's got 2.5 meter. He could easily generate enough meter to kill both of these, like with a fairly simple happy birthday combo. This could have been really big for Maddo, but this was just Matoi getting extremely lucky that Maddo wasn't like, yo, let me just like wait out what Matoi can do, wants to do. And again, no one was probably expecting this. Like, no one really does this like ever. But man, if someone was just a bit more patient, I'm not even saying like, oh yeah, anyway, because if there was just some player that was a bit more patient, both these characters were bodied. What does he press here? Anything? Nothing. So, either he just tried last second to jab the assist, or he just forgot the block. Which it's like, you're dealing with an air tracking assist. When you're in the air, be ready for this. Dash or block or something. Maybe? Actually, hold on. Did he use both of his jumps? Okay, I'm gonna try to give me the benefit of doubt because we can't really tell from the footage. Maybe Maddo tried to like jump again or air dash, which, while is the right solution to deal with that assist, you need to do that on reaction and not be delayed about it, because if you are delayed about it, you get bodied. Because then you actually give it enough time to go right onto your location at that moment, and if you try jumping at that moment, you're done. Well, it ain't this awkward. You can tell a lot of players have respect for each other. Like, whenever they're, like, blocking. When you just get away with this. If I'm Oz, I probably would have done the same thing as Matoi there. I just would have been kind of just shocked. More than, like, oh, this is my punishing mode. No, I was like, wait, you just did that? What? How does he call this assist? Jumps and calls it. So, in a weird way, the 3.5 changes to make the C assist callouts a bit faster actually kind of screws over situations like this where you jump back and call it, because I'm pretty sure this would have actually been delayed just enough to hit Kid Buu here after this this jumping H. But because it came out faster, it got called when Kid Buu was around here, which he was too high to get hit by it, and also he was still having forward momentum, so he just kind of falls over the assist. Definitely something to keep in mind. You can't really do that much anymore. A lot of really weird defensive assists that aren't really working for him. Unfortunately, was not ready for the reflect despite empty vanishing, which is definitely unfortunate. Like, this could have been pretty big for Maddo. This could have been probably like, I don't think, because I think because, and I'm mainly just saying this because I'm not entirely familiar with like the exact frame data or anything of the situations, but I know for sure this could have been a light starter combo into corner, but this could have been a medium starter maybe with 1M. I blink for a second, I miss it. Good 6M. 6M when someone's got sparking, even if it's a low level sparking, is still scary, just because you just have access to that option. Okay. Okay, well, that was unfortunate. But I kind of agree with this. So having Yamcha, like, out here, you're not only, putting, like, the lower health character, like, in the bench, so then you can, a lot more opportunities to, like, fight, obviously, and not reset neutral and, you know, not have a dead character. But also, having Yamcha out, Yamcha's got a pretty good solo mix on his own. I mean, like, this level 1 setup actually can lead to a lot of scary stuff. So, I actually I really like this tag-in from Maddo. Unfortunately, I feel like this was one too many 6Ms from him. He's gone for quite a few, and they've worked out pretty well, but I feel like at this point it's like, okay, I've thrown out a bit too many in this one match. I feel like he should have saved save that one. And, I think maybe like the play there was to like do a small run up and then like 5H to bait out like this 2H or like a reflect or mash or something, but definitely a bit too eager. Also, tries calling Goku here. I think Matoi could have done light key blast 236L and still gone the sliding. Maybe. I might lab that later. I feel like that because he only used one smash property thing and did vanish, I'm pretty sure he still has access to 236L. The sliding part. Or not sliding, like the knockdown part. Good anti-reflect string. CSS extension, he's absolutely dead. With not much meter required, if any. No meter required. Again, when the stars align, and you do get that one hit with both of your C assists, it'll hurt. Like, you can't, I can't deny that. That combo hurt, and you didn't need to spend a single bar. Well, let me double check if I ate my words there. Because I'm pretty sure he didn't, right? Yeah, he didn't spend a bar there. Man, I've been going for a while, and this is only the second match. That's what you get when you fucking rant on about assists like that. Rant on for that much. By the way, just wanted to show that. I don't really agree with these like assist callouts around these times. I feel like at this point it's like you might as well like try to save these for like guard cancels, or like just wait for Maddo to just make a mistake and then like try to reflect or something, just like save him for like when you get a hit. I don't really see the point in it when he gets hit. This is gonna be pretty good damage because Limit Break Kid Buu is not bad. It's definitely not bad. That was definitely a bit of a call out. That wasn't a too bad scenario, but unfortunately, Matto's dead. Like, yeah. There's no way Matto was gonna drop that. You see how many C assists he has? It's easy. Interesting. So, Maddo decides to actually go for a pretty aggressive start here. And, Matoi double backdashes, which, as you can see, this is pretty much like the biggest issue with double backdash. Doing it once, it's like, yeah, you usually tend to avoid a lot of stuff like right off the bat. But you usually want to try to like react or just block immediately, because usually, especially against someone like Kid Buu, it's like they're probably just gonna go for a longer range move like Ki Blast to cover the air, or like 3M to hit you from where you're standing. But like the second backdash means that now they can like react to what you're doing even easier, or in this case, Maddo using the Yamcha assist and clipping him. And now he's got to hold this. Could Maddo combo off this? I feel like he could have. I feel like right... Let's see. I feel like after, like, if he did that little run up and then like saw the wall bounce, I feel like he could have done like 3M, 2M into like, you know, you can probably do a few different combo routes, but basically 3M, 2M, and then combo. That were just like 5H. Stagger so he gets his assist back. That was really good. Empty low. Great stuff. This time going for multiple overheads because he just did low. Matoi not caring though. Once again doing that, and then once again using both the assists. Cross up not working this time, Maddo remembering that, but definitely wasn't expecting that point blank. That was definitely a good little surprise from Matoi, and there's a lot of damage. And Matoi getting both of assists back and the orb, so he covers a lot of different options. Getting opened up. And yeah, he may not have assists, but he doesn't need it. Calling Bardock so he can... Okay, so this is definitely one situation where Android 21 C assist comes in like really big handy, especially for Bardock. This is like a very classic thing. I mean, most people do tend to do stuff like this with Super Dash, but like with Bardock, it's even easier just because of how freaking fast this move is. Lariat. Lariat into assist is one of like the safest ways you can just get in. It's so good. And because it's 21 assists, it covers the air and does both hits, and it's really good. But once again, Matoi using both of his assists and then doing 6M. This happens quite a lot. And yeah, he does get a little hit here, but like, yeah. So unless like he wants to start covering that more, I don't really like trying to just throw a bunch of assists only to just get that much damage. Like, that's what you use both of your assists for. I don't really agree with that. Good stuff. Actually getting the hit confirm. Run that back? Well, ain't that unfortunate. So I guess where's GT facing? Because I think that's what made this happen. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, so because GT does an air dash here. Fun fact: if you do a super jump or an air dash, that's how you end up actually looking at your opponent from then on, like staring at him. That's how a lot of people can get the cross ups and stuff. And because he did an air dash, he starts facing his opponent right here, and now as this beam is coming out, hold on, I think you still get the point, but like right here, Goku's now facing left. Unfortunate for Matoi. This could be a very big combo if he converts this right, and this could be a kill. Can I just say, like, the amount of meter you gain off this last little bit is kind of nuts. Like, that's more than Android 16's command grab. I'm a bit salty, if I'm honest, because I've been trying to do, I've been trying to practice 2 meter gain combos with Android 16, and I had to use both of my assists to get it, and this guy just uses one and gets... Actually, how much meter does he get here total? No, you... Okay, right, so that happens. He's at 4 meter right now. He gained 2 meter with 1 assist. I'm salty. He gained 2 meter with just 1 assist, and my Android 16 is struggling to get 2 meter, and I'm using both of them. Okay, at least I'm using C assists, so then those assists will come back soon. Anyways, good stuff from Maddo. Unfortunate situation from Matoi. That was very good conversion from Maddo. I also agree with this, getting GT back. Yeah, he may not have this sliver of health. Oh no, he's gonna die in 1 hit now. Like, no, he's not. He's got Spark. He's fine. But also, in general, it's like if the character that's meant to be in a certain position is healthy, you might as well have them in the position that you want them. So, GT is supposed to be basically the point character right now because he's mid and the point character's dead. So, having him out as much as possible, and I mean, he's got meter to spare, so good stuff. Matoi does have quite a bit of meter, by the way. Running up with the beam. Pretty good reflex that time. I'm pretty sure that was even staggered, so Maddo was pretty ready for that. That was definitely pretty tricky. I'm pretty sure... Let me see what happens here. Oh, he tried going for the pole mix, but Matoi was doing a defensive super dash. He's done that he's done that a few times now. I know Japan loves using this as an option. That's really good synergy for this team, Matoi's team as well, is using Android 21 and getting the side switch with SSJ. Did he go for another reflector smash? Let me see here. So doesn't expect the vanish there. And then I'm not sure what he just tried there. I think he just didn't block. That already just reflected way too late. I'm gonna go with that for now. Dragon Rush. Yep. This time, Yamcha being out's a lot better because he wants GT to heal up some of that health, and also, like I mentioned before, Yamcha has pretty good mix here on his own. Is that the first EX Wolfang that we saw this entire match? I think that's only not hitting me. It's been 2 games, and we've only just now seen an EX Wolfang Fist. I'm fine with being wrong on that. It's just that, like, I think that's the first time I saw one. This entire set. Which hasn't been that long. Well, I mean, I'm here, so it's long. But, relatively speaking, 2 matches, not that long. It is also Dragon Ball, so, you know. It's long. that was a good reflect bait. Big solo combos. Lots of meter gain. By the way, legit, one of the reasons why Super Saiyan Goku is still so good. You see where Yamcha is and where Goku is here? That hits him. And he gets pulled down. Like, his solo air combos are just nuts. Because, like, that can just happen. Like, that works. Level 3 with 21. I'm pretty sure you usually want to have 21 do this level 3 mid-screen, because then you can get a side switch mix-up, but you might be able to get in the corner, I forget. Relatively early spark, but at least he waited until he actually blocked a hit of some kind. That was kind of tricky and good. Maddo really likes these 6Ms, and most of the time they've been working out for him. He has had that one time he got bodied by 2H. But that might have been just Matoi just kind of mashing that out, kind of autopilot-y and not really caring. Because then another one of these 6Ms during these block strings has worked. So, yeah. If it ain't broke, don't fix it, I guess. And this is going to be a pretty easy kill. I wonder if Maddo's keeping Yamcha out because he's more confident. That's probably why. GT Assist is pretty good at dealing with jumpy players. And I mean, like, yeah, there is that one setup, like I mentioned earlier, with like GT just doing the air beam and Yamcha doing his beam, like, as the assist, but like, it's a lot, you have a lot more, room for creativity, as to say, when GT's part the assist, and you have a lot more options just on the ground. No vanish conversion off that key blast. Yeah, I really don't like doing 5H mid-screen. It's just like a lot easier to see coming usually, and most people aren't like jumping in the corner, but like people are a lot more comfortable just like jumping out in the middle of block strings mid-screen. So, and yeah, dash up air dash medium is definitely pretty good, and this is gonna be a pretty easy 1-bar kill. GT comebacks are doable, but this is pretty much a one-touch kill for both sides. I mean, he doesn't kill him, but I mean, he does get something, I guess. Yeah, he does get me 2M. But yeah, now once again, still one-touch kill. Yeah. Funny enough, I remember when I was trying to learn Super Saiyan Goku. I was in a Mini Assassin's chat, and he was talking about some stuff with Super Saiyan Goku, and funny enough, he was actually like trying to lab one of my teams, and at the time, like it was pretty bad. It was a pretty bad team, but he did give me one tip that I will remember this forever as something that is so good for Super Saiyan Goku. A really safe option to do that can totally body people like unexpectedly. After you block a super dash in the air as him, is kicks. Specifically light or EX kicks. Medium kicks tend to be a lot more risky, and even if you do land them, you can't really get a combo off them. Light kicks are good for if you're not planning on getting a combo off of them, and you just want like a safe, like, oh, I just hit him and I happen to have 1 meter. Cool, I get a combo. But EX kicks, like, they are definitely the most punishable if you do block them, but if you hit them, you do get a guaranteed combo off of it because you can super dash right after. But even then, it doesn't matter because the kicks themselves just killed. So good character awareness from Matoi, him understanding his character good bit. Again, it's definitely showing that Matoi's not a bad player by any means. He's really not. I just feel like he could have so much more given to him if he had a lower cooldown assist when things were going wrong for him. But again, this is not really a great match to show that, because a lot of this is just down to Maddo's weaknesses. So if we don't really, if I go through like the whole week, I'm gonna be shocked if I go through all the different matches throughout the this week 7 through all the different nations. If I go through all of them and there's still nothing to talk about, I will go back and talk and look at the first match of Matoi's in week 1. Someone hold me to that if anyone watches this and remembers and cares. Which is a lot to ask for, but you know what? I'll ask for it. Because if I want something, I'll go freaking ask for it, goddammit. Also, that C assist is so bad! it missed once again, and he doesn't need to do much. He just jumps. It's so easy. Also, Maddo not taking that corner while he could. And now because of that, he's taking all this damage, and all that meter gain, lost just more than half his health. Now he's gotta hold this. Gets staggered, gets the assist back. Doesn't get his C assist back, and he gets a side switch with a super dash, because defensive super dashing is Japan's favorite thing ever. Good stuff. Get GT in, so then Kid Buu can heal. That was kind of nuts. What did he try to do? I think he tried to do medium there? I never realized how much GT stretches out here. You see this? This is adorable. I love this. Anyways, that was kind of nutty. Unfortunately, I feel like he was a bit too high to get that kind of conversion. I think he needs to either like jump or maybe just do a different kind of thing in the corner. I'm not too familiar with that scenario with GT. Like, I rarely ever see that. He's throwing them out a bit. He immediately throws out like another thing like that. He's like kind of confident in that option now. He's like, man, that just worked. Yeah, Matoi's throwing a few mediums all of a sudden. Throwing out Ki Blast, but not confident that's actually gonna land. Jumping over the speed. That was good. Covers the ground with Yamcha assists and then super dashes. like, you see how far up the beam goes before GT starts moving? If there's no way that Matoi can 2H this. So the only way, the only options Matoi has is either to stand and reflect this, which he doesn't seem to plan on doing. He decides to jump, which that's not a bad option, but or try to go for an air tear, which he might try to do here. No, he just blocks. But yeah, if you're definitely gonna try to jump the beam and not really pay attention to what your opponent's doing, be ready to try to go for air to air jabs. It's definitely a lot harder to do online. I can respect that, but like, punishing super dash with air jab is not only can it be really useful to have in your arsenal to like be able to react to that, it's also really satisfying. I remember getting my ass beat one time in a match by someone that wasn't that great, but I was also not that great, so I'm still not, but I was playing Super Saiyan Goku, and I remember I made like a pretty big comeback, and it was all because I was just like, you're gonna super dash a lot, come at me, and I kept jumping. I was like, you know what, I'm not gonna make it seem like I'm waiting for him to super dash. I'm just gonna start jumping around. And then he just kept super dashing at me. I kept punishing with jabs. It was so good. I love that you can do that in this game. Unfortunately, I basically can't because online sucks. And I haven't played in forever. So to get to that point again is going to take me a while. Also, I don't have wired internet right now. So, yeah. I actually have a feeling before I get wired internet, Guilty Gear Strive's going to come out. Which I'm totally making content for that game, by the way. Like, if this channel's still around for when that comes around, I am going in on Strive. That game looks so sick. If the netcode's good. Which, I mean, like, well, no, rambling. This time I'm stopping myself before it gets too late. You get the point. Good vanish. Doesn't get it, though. What was that reflect? I'm all over the place. I calm myself not actually wanting to rant for one moment, and then my brain shuts off. What happens here? He lariats, gets the vanish, messes up, does a reflect without Maddo even doing anything. Good overhead. God. Man, I can totally see people like hating this, but like I'm loving every second of this right now. Like I'm just being me. That was a very early spark. And again, he does this a lot. He uses both assists to make sure he gets like one big block string, but like he doesn't really do a whole lot to mix things up. Like this doesn't really open up Maddo like ever. Look at all this blocking from Maddo. Holy shit. I say that as he gets hit twice there, but with nothing too crazy follow-up after that. Oh, a lot of staggers. Yep, he just... Where was the moment? Right there. If Maddo didn't panic, or like kind of just give up and was like, oh, well, he got me with the low light, I guess I'm done. It's like, if he was a bit more ready, this was the moment he should have punished, but doesn't quite get it, and unfortunately he gets bodied. Character down. Okay, I see how he messes this up. This is shocking to see someone mess this up. But it's understandable. I just wasn't expecting it. Like I should be a bit more respectful sounding. I definitely found this unexpected. The way he'd probably want to convert off this is when he's calling the assist here. Not here, but here. Right at this moment, he needs to call the assist. Or, actually, no. Because that's when he does call the assist. Right as he does, right as he starts this up. Right as he does, he inputs the animation for the knockdown. He needs to call the assist at the same time. Doesn't quite get it. Another good 6M. Just, Matoi getting opened up by 6M a lot. I bet he gets bodied by Ginyu a lot. I'd be surprised if he doesn't. But then again, this is like one play, kind of a match impression against one player. I can't really fully remember. I know Matoi didn't do too. I've seen Matoi not do too well against in a lot of these matches, but like, I can't remember. Was there a Ginyu player in the Japanese thing? I'm pretty sure. I feel like there is, but I can't fully remember. That's. Oh my god. I'd be infuriated if I get hit by this. Like, oh my god, how? How was there that gap? And how is he able to cross up hit him like that? Look at where his fist is, and look where GT's head is. What is this? And like, he gets a kill. He gets a kill off this. Wait. Okay. He dropped the easy combo before, so I can't be too sure. But yeah. I have to be honest. I have to be honest right now. EX kick round star is like one of my favorite things to do as Super Saiyan Goku. I love doing this so much. I get bodied for it 9 times out of 10, but I do it for that one. I do it for that one time where I just see all those kicks fly because that one dude was like a round start jump, and I'm not blocking. He just tries a round start like jump button of some kind, and then he just. I love it. Okay, sorry about that. My cat was having a moment, and I had to deal with that. As I was saying, one thing I really like about the EX likes thing here, despite how kind of goofy it is as a setup, Matoi's 21C assist does end up being really good for covering for if that whiffs. So, pretty good stuff. 6M. A lot of these this overall. Now, this may not be 7 bars, but solo Yamcha, limit break, sparking, and 9 Wolfang Fists. EX Wolfang Fists, that is. Not a character you want to underestimate, especially when you only have 2 C assists at the start, and both of those characters are potentially one-touch kill? Oh, that was unfortunate. I don't think he was expecting this to cross up. Like, what made the gap here? Wait. The second hit of auto combo causes that gap? Huh. More I know. And the more that Maddo knows, because this crossed up, and because it did, he ended up doing this Wolfang Fist over there. Unfortunate. Definitely want to do the extended combo to run out sparking time. Even he does use quite a lot of meter here just to do this, but he does keep corner now, and now his sparking time just runs out. Also, the C assist call, it's pretty good. Like, I feel like either of these assists could probably work in this scenario, because I can't remember if 21 C assist tracks or if it's just like very fixed distance, but in any case, like, both these assists probably could just cover for any potential wake-up options that Maddo's doing, and then he just gets the hit. He definitely can't kill here, because mainly because he's only got 2 bars. Never mind. Right, I remember this. Right here. Right after you do this grounded Dragon Rush, which it's grounded, and like you have to make sure it's grounded because that's the C assist makes it free. You could do a beam into another level 1 here, and he would have gotten the meter. Like, any other extra hit there would have given him this meter. He could have done light legs, or he could have done like probably the better of the 2 options. The just Kamehameha, just straight up. He could have done that, and then he could have done level 2, or not level 2. He could have done level 1 facing the beam upward, and then calling in 21. By the facing the beam upward thing, in case you don't know, that deals slightly more damage than if you face it forward. I forget exactly why. I think it's like compensation in case you're trying to do air combos, so then you're not like feeling like you're being cheated out of damage. That, or maybe there's some weird extra things I don't fully remember, but point is, it does more damage. And I'm pretty sure he could have killed Maddo here. I'm pretty sure this could have been a kill for Matoi here, if he just did, like, if he, I'm pretty sure if he did exactly beam into level 1 aim up, Android 21 or Bardock, either or, kill. But he's not quite aware. Classic. Yeah, the damage scaling unfortunately makes it so then he has to spend all that meter. But kill's a kill. He's still got 2 meter. That's actually like 2.5 meter. Yeah, so that's 5 EX Wolfang fists. Good blocks. Good oh, I got hit. My cat's excited for it too. Good stuff. This is looking pretty good for Maddo. Very similar characters in neutral, by the way, when it comes to Ki Blast. Both have very low commitment, just Ki Blast that they kind of throw out. And both of them have Lariat-like moves that they throw out. Now, mind you, Matoi doesn't really need to spend the meter, but if you're gonna be full screen, then you probably should be doing the EX Lariat, while for Maddo it's like, yeah, you might as well be doing EX Wolfang Fist. So very similar characters fighting against each other here. So not really a whole lot of like specific stuff other than obviously Maddo has a bit of an advantage here because he has side switch potential, so he has a bit better mix, but still anyone's game here. Ooh, the respect. Oh. You can tell Maddo was definitely just you can tell he was definitely like just doing this like preemptively this whole bit, because he's probably just expecting Matoi to block, and then it's like, oh boy, you're not gonna expect the side switch, which yeah, he didn't. But then he got hit by it, down teched, and then gets bodied by that. So, if there was anything else that was wanting to make you think that Maddo was going to get this kill, then there you go. Getting hit by that as well. But yeah. Yamcha comebacks. Love to see him. Whew. If you thought this would be over soon, you're wrong. We're still in it. What was this round start, by the way? I kind of blinked and missed it. This isn't like the dumbest option. Like legit. Like, with the amount of options that all these characters have, it's like throwing out a super dash every once in a while just ain't bad. Like, most people at the higher level, especially, like, they rarely ever expect it. And like at this close of a range, it's not the easiest thing to just react to, unless like you're literally just gonna just stop dead and be like, I will react to anything you're throwing at me. So, and you can tell that Maddo was just like hard set on like, okay, Matoi's gonna try to jump at me for something, which he's done before, so it's fair. So he's like, all right, jumping to lights, which I feel like if he did. Actually, I'm not sure. Like, I feel like either Maddo should have jumped, like, done a neutral jump in lights if to, like, obviously, neutral jump lights isn't really like great for any other option except for this. So, yeah, like I like I'm saying like that's how he would beat this specific scenario, but like he wouldn't do that. So, good choice from Matoi. Also, good awareness to let the character go, so then the C assist can pick it up. Gonna get the Oki with the orb. Very good defensive GT. He's already got GT back up again. Decides to just hold it, doesn't try to mash out or anything. Calls the empty low, good stuff. Another 6M, but doesn't really get much out of it. Okay, well, a very panicky reflect, but luckily, Matoi was not at quite the right height to hit Kid Buu here, so he gets bodied. And side switch combo because Kid Buu is built like that. And I think he wanted to get level 3 there, and unfortunately just didn't quite get it. And he gets hit how? Just assist raw tag. Fairly safe stuff there, yeah. Like, if you, like, it's kind of hard to air-to-air raw tags. How is he? Yes. Yeah, no defensive super dash, of course. So, did he just stand there and... Yeah, he was expecting a mash out there. Damn, good call. Dragon Rush. Meter gain. Level 3? Well, I mean level 1 into level 3. Or 2 level 1s. Pretty sure he's alive. Yeah. Little sliver. I don't remember all the matches specifically what happens. I just remember just some specific highlights, like the Yamcha comeback. Super dash assist. This is one thing about 21 that's really dirty, is just... and then Ki Blast, and then you get combo. And there's gonna be definitely plenty of time for... Oh, okay, well, he can probably kill here, if he extends this right. Yeah, okay. For a second, I was about to say, like, I think that was a mistake, but, no, that's a kill. Okay, well, Super Saiyan Goku's got the most health, so for a second, I was like, I'm not sure why he, didn't, do Super Saiyan Goku into Bardock, and instead left Bardock out, or left Goku out, but I only just now remember that Bardock's not the greatest in the health department. So, unfortunately, he's probably going to have to let his anchor rock out for a while. That was a cute use of the kicks in the air to escape stuff, but Not really much happened on either side there. Just point blank super dash and it works. Why not? Ooh, okay. That was tricky. And what is Matoi try doing here? Oh, okay, so he unfortunately just kind of whiffs a random medium here. Does he try pressing another button? Or is he just I think he just got kind of confused at what side he was on at that moment. Good combo. Get GT in. I'll skip through some of these cutscenes just in case. And plus, we've been going for a while. I can definitely afford to. Leaving a little gap. I'm kind of shocked that Maddo would want to not just block here. Someone super dashing at you like this with sparking, they can, especially if they were just on the ground, they can just air dash and put you in a block string in the air and make a whole deal of it. Like, sparking is really powerful like that. So maybe there was just something about this assist call that made him like think twice, but this was definitely not needed. Big combos. Oh my gosh, this character's nuts. The sparking. Aim up. This, I don't think this is a kill. Nah, another little sliver. 6M. It's been a minute. I'll admit, it's been a minute since we've seen another one, so good time. This is the third time I paused on this, but this time it's sparking. And remember last time he had sparking and a decent amount of meter. Just saying. And again, look at the health. Look at the health that Matoi's got. Just saying. Also, I rarely ever see like a spark up and then like seeing all the health come back to the point where you see the full like turquoise bar. Or I'm terrible with color names. And a lot of people, and the worst part is that a lot of people tell me this is one thing or this is another thing. It's like I don't know. It's like a light blue with a hint of green bar. Full health. Screw it. You get my point. That was a cute way to get around the assist. And that's a kill. Level 1. 21 with no sparking. It does have a few options with their absorbs. Never mind, they're gone. Well, I mean that is an option. Gets the hit. That's pretty decent damage. And even though doesn't quite get the most amount. Well, actually, it's still a pretty good chunk of damage, but it gets the mix. And yep, that was good. This might be a kill? Yeah, this is definitely a kill. What am I saying? Damn. Just enough meter to regain. That's good stuff. That's definitely one reason why 21 can make a very good, like... Well, 21's good in a lot of positions, but that was definitely a good display of why 21's a good anchor. She can definitely give herself a lot of good mix on her own, sort of similar to Yamcha. Now, mind you, Yamcha can do it with a bit less meter, but he's probably going to be spending a lot more meter on other things. You know. The obvious. If any of you guys are sticking around with this video and for some reason still are... If any of you guys are not enjoying this video but are still watching this at this point, you guys better be rooting for Matoi right now, because we've been at this for 2 hours now. Well, 2 hours on my end, at least. For you guys, it's probably going to be like, probably almost 2 hours. In fact, we might just straight up get to 2 hours, all because of that rant. How's he hit him here? That was a good air tear. Maddo doing a pretty good job just not respecting these orbs, especially since they're pretty far away from where he is. Going for all the overheads there, then empty low. Ooh, that's a medium star. That's gonna... This... Yeah, GT just came back. Yeah, this is probably a kill. Oh yeah, this is definitely a kill. Oh my gosh. Good stuff. That was a good, I don't know what the move's called for GT. I just call it a lariat. So I'm gonna say that's a good EX lariat from GT, from Maddo. If y'all know the name of that move, you're a nerd. That's just facts. The classic non-committal mash, you know, you press square once and you're like, I don't know. I feel like that was a bad idea. I always find that very funny to see from Bardock players of all things. Yep. Oh, he went for a bit too much. Oh. That was a good frame. I was about to say, yeah, he tried to optimize it a bit too much, but also did it too much of an early, too early of a DR. Like, he probably could have done a bit more. But in any case, happens to the best of us. And this is really good for Matoi, because now he gets corner. This is definitely him trying to just bait out Spark. And getting Dragon Rush, yep. Once Matoi realizes, like, oh, yeah, that's... He might have been able to kill with one less bar, but you might as well. That was unfortunate, but hey! Maddo still has Spark. Because he saved it. And it's two characters, so Maddo's still at a pretty big advantage, especially with all that meter. That might come in handy later. That was a cute little anti-air, but once again, a lot of these like super like I'm just gonna like throw myself into danger kind of options, but this is like the second time. Well, actually, I think there was a few more, but like this is the second time this match specifically that someone's tried doing that and didn't commit to it. 5H actually working this time. Should be a kill because the Sparking just ran out. And it gets Kid Buu back, which is really good because, well, Kid Buu isn't like a bad anchor by any means. Definitely would rather have him with a beam assist. He's remembering the kicks option now. That's good for Maddo. Oh, once again, not converting off that. You could convert off that too. Ah, there we go. Finally, we get the whole sequence. Very good stuff covering the ground with the Yamcha assist, and this should be an easy kill. Yep, he's not even gonna overcomplicate the combo. He's just making it simple. Good stuff from Maddo. We in it. We're in it for the whole thing. Also, that was a good air dash overhead. Doesn't get his assist back, so he's gotta try to make this count. But Kid Buu's not bad at making this work, especially with these pretty scary staggers. Reflect actually working for Matoi. Matoi took a lot of damage for that one combo, by the way. Just point that out. Look away for 1 second because I thought I heard a noise. Whatever. I remember, I'm not sure what was the first or second game of this set, but Maddo did that same thing and got bodied, and sure enough, Matoi was ready for it again. Getting all the extensions that he can, And he's going to have C assist ready and 1 bar. Well, pretty much 1 bar. Okay, so both of them have done pretty early sparks here. Mind you, I feel like for Maddo so far, a lot of his victories have come whenever he's had spark saved for his last character. I feel like Maddo's a really good Yamcha, and I feel like he just kind of needs to work on his play with his other characters, but like his GT and Yamcha are really good. I really like the shell as a whole, as well as like his assist choices. It's like I feel like this is good. I just feel like he needs to work on his Kid Buu specifically, or if he wants to pick up another character that can maybe fit his style a bit more. But like Kid Buu's still good. He just needs to be a bit more patient. This is absolutely dead. Kid Buu. Getting Bardock in, yep. So, like, yes, Mao does definitely have, well, he had a bit more meter, but now it's about even. I definitely trust Matoi to win this one a lot more. Mainly just because, that was a good empty low, though. That was tricky. Mainly just because Matoi's been a lot more comfortable on like defense overall, as well as another good defensive super dash. As well as like whenever Maddo doesn't have spark, he tends to not really hold his own too well. He seems to have a really good sparking game, but like once he's out of it, it gets kind of rough for him. Was that 6M? Yep. A lot of these are coming out. I noticed that, unless it's a Ginyu player, I don't really see a lot of 6Ms from other countries that play. Usually Japan likes to throw a lot of those out. That was a good cross-up. And yeah, like I said before, it's like, yes, this is still doable because it's Yamcha with plenty of meter. I think that was like one of the first, if like not the first guard cancel this whole set. That was a good air tear. That was good. But yeah, despite like this still being a good character and all for the situation, I feel like Maddo once again is just not that great without sparking. So yep, this should be kill. Oh, what was all that extra? You did not need all that. That was a good conversion. That was a good call. Again, Maddo, whenever you're getting patient, you're bodying this dude. Hold that. Remember that. Maddo's got a really good team, and again, it's always whenever he's just playing a bit too impatient. That's whenever he starts getting bodied by Matoi here. But like whenever he just takes a second to wait, or he takes a second to just react, does really good stuff. I can totally see Maddo doing really good stuff in the future. And, like, this guy is, like, one of the lowest, if not, like, the lowest. I forget which one it was already. And, yeah, there it is. Lariat. Unfortunate. But, yeah, if I recall correctly... Okay, this is, 1 hour? Actually, that's pretty convenient for me. Let me go back to the standings. Yeah, Maddo was at the very bottom, but, like, you see how well he was playing whenever he was patient? Like, pretty much... I can probably guarantee that if I look back, pretty much all of these losses are probably just him... just getting a bit too, reflect heavy on defense or something, but, just, like, whenever, like, again, his team's really good, and, like, when he's, whenever he's playing patient, he's doing really good work. Like, I can totally see Maddo doing really great stuff with this. but he just needs to work on his game a bit more. But yeah, and like I could definitely say I still really liked watching that match. Just despite my complaints, I had a lot of fun today. I still had a lot of fun today. And I got to pop off for a while, so you know what? Take this as me making up for lost time. Like, yes, did I still upload the past few days? Yeah, but I didn't upload match analysis stuff. So take this as my one big match analysis extravaganza as my return, even though it's like, I only just started. It's not a big deal. But it's a big deal to me, damn it. And expect another one of these tomorrow. And it's probably going to be just as freaking long. God, I love doing this. I really do. Anyways, that was a fun match to look at. I don't think I really need to repeat many of my points since I've already done that throughout this whole video. So, thank you guys for watching. Hope you have a good day. See y'all tomorrow. And, yeah. Peace.